This is investigation 1 of the electrostatic forces in Coulomb's law lab. This is looking at the charges on a pith ball. These little balls right here that you can see right in my hand are pith balls. They have a mass of 0.22 grams and they are tied to strings that are approximately 22.5 centimeters long. Okay, so you're going to need those numbers in a minute. This funky looking device here is called a Wimshurst machine. There's a crank on the back, and when I turn it, it's going to charge the 2 spheres in front, and you can see from that discharge that these have quite a bit of charge on them. I'm going to bring these balls close together, let them touch so that they're discharged, because what I'm going to do here in just a second is I am going to hook this wire up like so that when I charge, well, get on there. When I charge the spheres here, some of the charge will be carried through the wire to the hook and then down this conducting thread, and I'm going to charge the pith balls. Now, the way we're going to do this today on the video is that I'm going to zoom in on the pith balls. There's a light right here above the pith balls shining down, and you're going to be able to see their shadow. These little marks on this grid are 1 millimeter apart. I'm going to zoom in you're going to have to estimate based on the video how far apart they are. I mean, you can pause the video, okay, and just read the scale. If there so many of these little tick marks apart, that's how many millimeters there are. I'm going to turn off the overhead light so you can see the shadows better. I would normally, when we do this in lab, you can see where people have made marks to try to mark the position of the pith balls. The problem is that the pith balls can respond to your pencil. Because I tried to film this a minute ago measuring that way and it didn't work. But I believe you're going to be able to see clearly enough. Pith balls are kind of unwinding themselves there. Get this going here. Okay. You can see, now they're going to discharge fairly quickly, but you can see, if I turn this at a nice constant speed, here, this crank on the Wimshurst machine, they're getting fairly, evenly distanced apart, and if I turn this at just the right speed, it'll keep the charge relatively constant, and then it's starting to bobble a little bit. Okay, but you should be able to see the shadow. You should be able to see the center of the shadow where it is in the grid. You can pause the grid, pause the video, and estimate and count over how many spaces those pith balls are from each other. And then there are calculations for you to do. You'll need the information here, the length and the mass, to do those calculations. And that will conclude this video.